People don't start small businesses unless they're experts at what they do. There are a lot of reasons why people decide to start writing a blog, but in the case of small business, there's a twofold reason why you should consider sharing your expertise online. First of all, a well-written blog helps to establish you and your company as a local expert. It helps you to be seen as the best in the business. Businesses that can gain a reputation as the best in the area are able to spend less money doing sales and even possibly increase their rates. Secondly, a well-written blog helps your business to be more easily found on the internet by various search engines. Search engines are looking for the very best sources for expert information and will reward you with visitors if you contribute your expertise to the internet by developing unique content on your blog. Writing in order to attract an audience and writing in order to captivate an audience might seem like two different things, but they can be parallel goals. So let me offer you a few tips about how you can write a blog that both showcases your expertise and that helps to organically improve your ranking in search engine results over time. Now, like most weeks, this week has been a red hot week in politics, and everybody is talking about the latest stunts our political leaders just pulled. So you may be tempted to start writing about your opinions in your blog, but before you start setting your keyboard on fire, you need to ask this important question. Does the latest news pertain to your core business? Now, let's say you sell tuxedos, and the hottest news is about the latest political fallout. If you write an opinion about your political views related to the news, your post may not be particularly helpful for driving the right kinds of traffic to your site. In fact, it may even confuse a search engine and hurt your SEO scores as a result. Here's what I mean. A search engine might look at your post about tuxedos and then this odd post about your political opinions and get confused. Is this a political site or is this a tuxedo rental site? I'm not sure, and that bot's liable just to avoid your site altogether. However, if the political fallout happened at a black tie event, for example, then it would be appropriate for you as a tuxedo rental company to discuss the tuxedos the politicians were wearing and talk about the do's and don'ts of formal attire at political events. A tuxedo rental website should be about everything related to tuxedos, and your blog on that website should be tackling the hottest tuxedo news and trends and styles. So you want to set your keyboard on fire while you think through the smallest topics related to your core business of renting tuxedos and then write about those topics. So I just brainstormed a few blog ideas that came to my mind for a tuxedo shop. First one was cheap tuxedo rental, and second one, tuxedo styles. Third, white tuxedos. Four, what's a cummerbund for? Who knows about that? Five, how to tie a bow tie. You should sit down with your staff and develop dozens of ideas and then take those ideas over to Google Trends. That's trends.google.com. Here's what I found about those 5 topics. Google Trends will tell you if people are actually searching for the search terms that you think that they're interested in. So after I plugged in the terms I put on the previous slide, I discovered something quite unexpected. First of all, this purple line here, that is the search term how to tie a bow tie. It's extremely popular. The search term, what is a cummerbund for? It's way down here at the bottom, not popular at all. Not even really worth writing about. White tuxedos, that's the yellow line here. It's actually trending and it's quite popular. And lastly, the one that I thought was going to be popular, which is cheap tuxedo rental, well, it kind of shows up, but it's really not popular at all. It's not red hot. Now, remember how your English teacher told you to write an outline before you wrote your paper? And now, how many of you actually did that? Well, it turns out that your English teacher was correct. Poorly outlined and these stream of consciousness type of blog posts are confusing to both search engines and to readers. So think about the message you're trying to communicate before you communicate it. What question are you trying to answer? What is the purpose of the article? Know what you're trying to say before you say it. Simply put, your blog post should have a clear introduction, that introduces your topic, and then various headlines with about 150 words each in paragraphs, and then a conclusion that summarizes everything that you just said in the top of your article. For our bow tie topic, here's a blog post from ties.com. There's a clear headline that says how to tie a bow tie. A search engine will know exactly what this is about. There's a nice touch up top with a video showing how to tie a bow tie. There's a secondary paragraph that says about the bow tie, and bow tie is the key word. The word bow tie is a second and third word inside the paragraph. There are several synonyms for bow tie and for knots written all throughout the paragraph. Google will have no trouble identifying the topic here. They then put in clear subheadings and wrote step-by-step instructions about how to tie a bow tie. They included illustrations with their brand even worked into each picture. Now, typically, you would write a concluding paragraph, but in this case, they decided to put in a series of links to explore more knots with the hope of keeping people searching their site a little bit longer and establishing that ties.com is the authoritative source for everything I need to know about ties and tie knots. Writing an effective blog post for your small business will help you get found online and will help you be established as a local expert as long as you write about the right topics for SEO and write helpful, well-organized, and illustrated articles for your clients.